So our next topic is the Brad Raffensberger tape. Now that name sounds like a mouthful, but that is our Secretary of State here in Georgia. Someone was asking me, I don't know if it was you, someone was asking me, no, it was my dad. It's like, why is Donald Trump so fixated on Georgia? Like, if the results in Georgia were overturned, Donald Trump would still lose the election. He would be at 248 electoral college votes. So why does Georgia matter so much to him? All right, so the story that we're talking about here is that on January 3rd, on January 3rd, Sunday, there was an audio released by the Washington Post. It was a 5-minute audio. It was little clips of a conversation that Donald Trump was having with Brad Raffensberger, the Georgia Secretary of State, and Ryan Germany, Raffensberger's the lawyer to Raffensberger's office. And then later that day, WSB TV acquired the full 1-hour audio, which I've listened to a couple of times because it's just that crazy. In the audio, Donald Trump was asking for Brad Raffensperger to deliver 11,780 votes, one more than he would need to. I guess Joe Biden beat him by 779, and Trump is asking for one more than that, basically.
How that, and we're going to touch on this, how that doesn't invoke the 25th Amendment, I don't understand. Like, you're literally talking about straight up corruption, overturning an election, a fair election that's been proven to be fair. I remember I commented on something, and somebody on Facebook commented back, because I was like, and this is we're going to talk about this later. You can't be storming the Capitol. Teaser for later on. I'm sure everybody here knows. You can't be storming the Capitol just to overturn a fair election. He's like, well, it depends on who you ask fair. I was like, no, your belief of falling into this whole lie of it not being fair is not the same as it actually being fair or not.
Yeah,
it was fair. It's been proven fair, right? You just don't like the outcome.
This leads into something I wanted to talk about later, but might as well talk about it now. The problem that we see with, I don't want to say Trump support. Yeah, no, actually, I will say Trump supporters. I don't want to say Trump voters, but Trump supporters, people who it's about Trump. It's not about, the ideals of, conservative values or, what Republicans are voting for. It's about Trump. The problem with those guys, they can say, hey, we want you to do a recount. You do a recount, the results are the same. They can say, hey, we want to take this to court. They can say, hey, we want you to put together a tribunal or whatever. You could literally take all 5 million votes in Georgia and say, you know what, we're going to remove all privacy concerns. We're going to show you each vote. We're going to show you the ID of the person who voted for that person. We're going to show you who they voted for, and we're going to count every one of those 5 million votes right in front of you. You could do that whole exercise for them and say, look, Biden won by 11,779 votes. And they will say, nope, fake news. And that's the point of it. There is literally nothing you can tell them to convince them that up is up and down is down. And so that's why all of this stuff of trying to appeal to the, to the smarter side, or trying to listen to them where they are, all that is BS, because no matter what you tell them, they will never believe the truth, even though it's right in front of their faces. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not fair,
My brother, preach.
Sorry, it's just so frustrating, But yeah, so we were talking about the Raffensberger thing so Trump was laying out that, oh, I'm hearing that there's 100,000 votes out there for us easily. I'm just saying that give us 11,780.
I laugh because you hear him telling, and I think he's so because his whole entire business life he's not used to hearing no. During his presidency, he's not used to hearing no. Obviously, he's surrounded himself around yes men. If you're not a yes man, you get fired. And then you hear him begging basically to say, to basically prove me, show that I'm right. You know, he'll say something like, hey, it's been fumbled. It's been showed that don't you think the election has been basically messed up down there? No.
Yeah, no, sir.
Well,
no.
I think so.
No, Mr. President.
No, Mr. President. And the thing is though, he's also like Raffensberger is just not budging. He's like, I'm not gonna give you what you want to hear, so stop.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, the funniest part to me was, I mean, on its face, it's not a funny thing. This is someone trying to attempt a coup.
It's not funny, haha. It's more like funny. What the, you know?
Yeah, but the part, the part that actually did make me haha is because of how he said it. So there was a part in the tape where he's talking about, you know, I'm hearing that Dominion went in and like took out the inner parts and all that stuff. And then he's like, have you guys heard that? Can we like investigate that? And then Ryan Germany says that, you know, that we've seen those rumors and there's nothing to back that up. You know, we don't believe that that's the case. And then he says, "Are you sure, Ryan?" When he said that, I died.
Sure?
He's like, "Are you sure, Ryan?" And then he's like, "Yes, Mr. President."
That reminds me of a really funny joke in response to what just happened, because obviously, you know, MAGA infiltrated the Capitol, but what's it called? Now they're claiming it's Antifa dressed up as MAGA, right? And then somebody said, "No, what happened is they went in as MAGA." And then Dominion changed them to Antifa.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Dominion is all
shout
powerful.
out to the Twitter guy that I heard that on. I wouldn't be able to get to.
That's hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, the whole audio was terrible. And the thing is, in any other time in our politics, hell, we only have to look 40 years ago to the Nixon era. A tape like that comes out. People in his party basically told him, like, you're going to get impeached. So you might as well just go ahead and resign now. And he resigned before he got impeached because he knew that his party wasn't going to defend him. There is no one that will hold Trump accountable like that in today's Republican Party, which is why Trump might be gone, but the party is still there. The party is still cancerous.
I will argue, though, Republicans like Raffensberger, they may not do as much as we would want them to do, i.e. they won't hold them accountable.
Right.
But at least this guy has enough integrity to not lie for him.
Yeah. No, but in a sense, this is him holding him accountable.
I feel if this was Kemp would have done it.
Yeah. Oh, if this was Kemp would have released the tape. In a sense, this is Raffensberger holding him accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. So, because I feel like Raffensberger is the old school Republican that, look, I have these conservative values. I believe in these conservative things, but they remind me of constitutional lawyers, right? They believe in the Constitution. They believe, look, I'm not going to violate this because this is a violation of of what the Constitution is you're supposed to be in holding. So I'm not going to do it. And then, like you said, he's holding him accountable because he stated, I wouldn't release tape if he didn't lie. Basically, if he hadn't lied on my name, I would have never released his tape.
Yeah.
But basically, he's like, you called me out, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Right. So as far as he was concerned, the conversation was a confidential conversation. He recorded it because he knows Trump to be a liar. Trump has lied on his name multiple times now. Also, Trump called his office 18 times before it finally got through. I mean, how desperate can you get?
No means no, man.
Right.
Well, then again, he doesn't know that.
But that's true. That's true. But it's kind of the same reason why James Comey took all those meticulous notes, because it's like, this guy is kind of a liar. Let me make sure I note down everything with our conversations. The problem is, people are like, well, those are your notes. How do we know they're true? Well, this is audio. We can actually hear him say it. And this isn't like the perfect Ukraine call where we only had the transcript. This is audio. we're hearing this guy legit say,
in his
"Hey,
voice.
get how are you?"
I
Oh,
said
he said in his voice, yeah,
his
yeah.
word.
Hey, give me these votes, and then it's like, people think this could be criminal. This could be bad for you guys, This kind of like, let me strong arm you a little. But the thing is, he's not even good at that. It was he is disgusting as a person, as a president, and the people who continue to make excuses for him, continue to back him up, continue to be like, oh, there's nothing here. They're equally as disgusting. One in particular, which is actually going to lead to our next section, is David Perdue, who, when asked about it, his response was, I think I wasn't raised like that, and I think it's disgusting that he would release the tape. He wasn't saying it's disgusting that the president is trying to change the votes
Yeah.
of the constituents that David Perdue represents in Georgia. He's saying it's disgusting that Raffensberger would
Released it.
release
Yeah.
the audio.
And what did I say on my personal Facebook? Remember, I put translation. David Perdue prefers his corruption and his failed coups to be behind closed doors.
Right.
That's what he was. That's all he concerned was about. So are we gonna keep going into the Raffensberger tape or
No? I mean, that's basically it.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go
happens.
next. The Georgia Senate runoff, because this leads perfectly into it.